All right, everybody. Welcome to Conscious Crusade 7-Day Yoga Challenge. My name is Akil. Make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube page. And also, feedback. Please send feedback, good, bad, or indifferent. We like to know what you think so we can help grow the community. So, without further ado, we're going to get started standing. Mountain pose. Options. You can come to the tops of your mat. I'm going to face you though. You can come to the tops of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch, heels maybe naturally an inch apart, or both of your feet parallel, and you'll be at the top of your mat. And I want you to inhale the shoulders up to the ears and relax them down the back. Relax your fingers, breathing. Think earlobes, shoulders, hips, ankles, all in a line. Naturally breathing. Settling in, eyes are closed. A couple more breaths. And then you blink the eyes open. From mountain pose, I want you to inhale the arms up, your palms touch, and then lean over to your first side. Breathing, reaching. Try not to let that top shoulder track forward. Keep the shoulders stacked. Inhale up to frame the ears. Exhale to the opposite side. Breathing. Also keeping weight in this opposite foot. Feel a nice stretch on the side body. One more breath. We always remain for the exhale. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, soft knees, flat back, and we fold. Look at your knees, look at your legs. My knees have a slight bend. I'm making contact with my torso on top of my quads, and I'm breathing. The back of my neck is long. My ears are away from my shoulders. If I turn, you can take a look. A lot of people always have their head lifted up. The back of the neck is long. Optional, grab opposite elbows and sway from side to side, waking up the hamstrings. Sometimes I add a little bounce. You're just creating some movement. And we'll go ahead and relax the fingertips onto the mat. From here, we will inhale up to a flat back. Maybe place your hands on your shins, plant the hands, and let's make our way into table. Hips over your knees, shoulders over your wrists, knees are hip width distance apart. Cat cow. You guys may have seen this on my social media pages. Create space in your vertebrae. Inhaling, lowering the belly, looking up. Exhaling, pressing through your palms, round your spine. Exaggerate the movement. Really exaggerate the movement. Press into your palms. Tuck your chin, your chest, pelvis towards your forehead. Inhaling your belly back into a U. Exhaling, press into your palms. A few more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Let's meet in neutral spine. From here, let's give our wrists a little love. We're going to come onto the back of our hands and send our fingertips towards each other. Try to straighten your elbows, but show some compassion if this is uncomfortable. And let's clench and open our fist, noticing the difference in our dominant and non-dominant hand. And I like to maybe wiggle the fingers. Try to keep your elbows straight, maybe going from side to side, wiggling the fingers. This helps to address and manage carpal tunnel. Spread all the fingers. Try to have the Fingernails engage into the mat. And let's make a fist one finger at a time. Bend the pinky, bend the ring, the middle, the index. Clench your thumb, make a fist, open and clench it twice. Try to straighten your elbows, but again, show some compassion. Release the thumb, release the index, release the middle, release the ring finger, and release the pinky. And if you can, sit on your heels, and we'll make circles. Welcome, gang, welcome. I think I see some of you guys joining, welcome. Circles in the opposite direction, big circles. Then shake it out. This time we're gonna place our hands, palms face down, but I want our thumbs to go out so that your fingertips are pointing toward your knees, just like this. Don't hyperextend your elbows. I wanna make sure the joints are soft, the elbow joints are soft. Take a look up here. My fingertips are pointing towards my knees. I'm gonna inhale, exhale, slide my hips back. Neutral spine on the inhale, exhale, slide the hips back, and I'm breathing. Breathing into the belly of the wrist. It's the front part of the wrist that we're breathing into. Pressing your fingertips into the mat. Hold here for 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And let's go ahead, sit back on our heels again. And it's time to shake it out. Forward, backward, side to side, around, opposite directions. Give your wrists some love. We spend a lot of times on our smartphones and computers. Make our way back to table. I want you to start with your right hand and your left foot. Your right hand, your left foot. Reach through your right fingertips. Kick through that left foot, and we're breathing. You want opposite hand and foot, not the same hand and foot, but I'm reaching, I'm growing long, I'm extending, I'm kicking, I'm engaging my core, my toe is pointing down, and I'm breathing. If you start to wobble, the hand that's on the mat, engage it to help you stabilize. Then I'm gonna be here for an inhale, side out. One more time, inhale, side out, and relax. Get prepared to go to the other side. That opposite hand, really reach and try to touch the front of the room. That opposite leg, kick it straight back, lift it, and we're breathing, toe is down. And again, if you're super duper wobbly, go ahead and place that toe down and breathe. And look down. The back of your neck is long. If you get more balance, maybe lift it. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe put it back down. But we're gonna be here for another 5 seconds. 4, breathe, 2, and go ahead and shake it out. Place that hand down and relax. I wanna show you guys a traditional resting posture in yoga. If you ever go to a yoga class and you get fatigued, I want you to bring your big toes touch and you're on the tops of your feet. Your big toes are touching, your knees are wide. Push your glutes back to your heels. Reach to your fingertips and rest your forehead on the mat. This is child's pose. If you ever become fatigued, this is a great place to get some rest. Breathing. Let's do a side body stretch. I'm going to face you guys. Let's walk our hands all the way over to one side. Reach as far as you can with that one hand. Place the opposite hand on top or next to it and relax your face in between your biceps. And you'll feel a nice stretch on that side body. Breathing. Glutes back toward the heels. Breathing, always the most important part of yoga. And once you exhale, walk the hands over to the other side. Again, reach as far as you can with that hand. Place the opposite hand on top or next to it and relax your face in between your biceps. Nice side body stretch. And we'll walk our hands back to center. This time I want you to rest your forehead on the mat, and then your thumbs go up toward the ceiling, and then you open up your palms toward the ceiling. Relaxing your forehead on the mat and breathing. One more breath. And after you exhale, press into your palms, make your way into table again. From table, let's curl our toes under, and let's send our hips up and back and land into our first down facing dog of the day. The shape of an upside down V. I encourage you to walk your dog by bending the right knee, straighten the left, push your hips high. Bending the left knee, straighten the right, push your hips high. Alternate that quite a few times as you shake your head gently, yes and no, releasing tension. Beautiful. And now I like to encourage people to inhale up on all tiptoes and exhale, send your heels to the mat, push your hips high. Downward facing dog. Make sure you engage all 10 finger pads. Your spine is long. Quads are engaged. Heels are going toward the mat. They may not touch it. That's okay. Make sure to breathe. Once you exhale, look in between your hands, bend your knees, and walk your feet to your hands. You can crawl, you can walk, or you can hop. Once you use your hands, come onto your feet in a nice forward fold. Inhale your back flat. And exhale, fold. Look at your knees. Look at your quads. From here, look up first. Bring your hands to heart center. Soft knees. Let's power to stand. I want you to try and touch the ceiling. Look at your thumbs. And then let's lower our hands to heart center. Hands at our sides. All right. On our feet. Again, let's meet the tops of our mats in our mountain pose. Earlobes, shoulders, hips, ankles, all on the line, and your fingers are relaxed. A sun salutation. Let's inhale the arms up, gaze at your thumbs, exhale, soft knees, flat back fold. Look at your knees, look at your quads. Inhale your spine long by placing your hands on top of your shins. Plant your hands, make your way to plank. Knees can be down, it's modified plank. With your elbows touch your sides, lower to low push up, pause. Come onto your pelvis and your belly. Slide your hands back. Engage your palms. Inhale, lift everything from your waist up, cobra pose. If you want to lift the pelvis and the quads and the knees, shine your heart to the ceiling, upward facing dog. Both of those are options. Drop the knees, curl the toes under, send your hips up and back, down dog. 3 to 5 breaths here in this upside down V shaped. I'm pushing the floor away with the heels of my hands. The heels of my feet are going toward the mat. One more breath. And once you exhale, look in between your hands. Bend your knees. Feet to hands, you can crawl, you can walk, or you can hop. Once you reach your hands, come up onto your feet in a nice forward fold. Inhale your back flat, and exhale, fold. Look at your knees, look at your quads. Look up first, arms spread wide as we come to stand. Our palms at the top as we look at our thumbs, and bring our hands to heart center. Hands at our side, Samasti Tahi. Hey. Let's do another sun salutation wide open. Starting from this side. You don't have to change sides on your mats. I'm just doing it. But mountain pose. Inhaling the arms up, looking at your thumbs. Exhale, soft knees, flat back fold. Look at your knees and quads. Inhale your spine long, placing the hands on the shins. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. I'm going to keep my knees up this time. With the elbows sweeping the sides, I come forward and then I lower the chaturanga and I pause. Inhale into my back bend. Cobra pelvis down. Upward facing dog. Pelvis lifted. Transition. Downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths here in down dog. After the third or the fifth breath, I want you to take that right foot and step it in between your hands. If it doesn't make it, I want you to grab the Achilles, bring it forward so that the knee is over the ankle, drop this back knee, uncurl this back toe, push it off this front quad. Inhale, exhale, belly forward. Working on straightening this back leg. Pull back on the inhale, exhale, belly forward, and we're breathing. Targeting the front of this hip right here. Every time I exhale, pelvis goes lower and forward, and I'm breathing. My hands can be resting here. They can be goalposts. They can be framing. They can be clasped. Whatever you choose, I'm right here today. One more breath. And once you exhale, frame this front foot. Sit this hip on top of this quad and flex these front toes. Fingertips are on the block of the mat, right below where my blocks line up, right below your shoulders. Then we're here. Inhale and exhale, swing your open throat toward those toes. One more again. Inhale as you lift. And exhale, send that open throat toward those toes. I'm pulling back on these front toes and I'm breathing. This extended leg, it's got a slight bend in the knee. I need these blocks out of the way, but I'm breathing. Targeting that hamstring, and I'm holding here for another 5, 4, breathe, 2, lift my torso. Front foot, steps on the accelerator. Frame it. Pick up that back knee, and we'll step this right foot, this front foot, back to downward facing dog. Other side. The next foot, pick it up, step it in between the hands. Again, if it doesn't make it, grab the Achilles. Pull it forward, the knee over the ankle, drop the back knee, uncurl the back toes, push up off the squat again. Inhale. Exhale, I'm trying to straighten this leg. Pull back on the inhale, and exhale, straighten this leg, and I'm breathing. Belly forward. Again, option for your hands, where do you want them? We got options, goalpost, framing, clasping, opening your heart, or resting here. I'm going to be here for another 5 seconds. 4, inhale, and exhale. I'm going to frame this front foot. I'm going to stack this hip on top of this quad and flex my front toes. Again, if you want blocks up on your fingertips, please feel free. I have a nice bend in this, not a nice, but I have a slight bend in this front knee. It's not locked. Flexing those toes. Inhale, lengthen my spine. Exhale, open throat toward those toes. One more again. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Check out this torso to quad connection right here. Now I'm breathing. That's because my knee is bent. I want my spine to be long. Concentrating on the breath and opening up this hamstring. One more full and complete unrushed breath. And we'll lift up the torso. This front foot steps on the accelerator. Frame the front foot to pick up that back knee and step back to down dog. From down dog, let's transition into plank. I'm pressing down into my palms. My back is going toward the ceiling. My pelvis is forward and my heels are going toward the back wall. We're not doing planks like this anymore. Back going toward the ceiling. Tilt your pelvis forward. Heels go toward the back wall. Breathing. Hugging the muscles to the body. Side plank on the right side. Right hand, right in front on the mat, right below your face. And spiral to the pinky side of your right foot. We got options. You can lower this right knee, right? You can straighten both legs, have one in front of the other. We call that stagger. You can stack one on top of the other and breathe. And you can also 5-point star, lift it. But I'm going to be right here today. Breathing. Pelvis forward. One more breath. Now let's go to the other side. Lower this top hand. That hand goes to the mat right below your face. Spiral to the pinky side of that foot and breathe. We got options. Knee can be down. You can stagger one foot in front of the other. You can stack and breathe. I'm not going to 5-point star on this side, but I am breathing. And I'm still getting some core work. Now after that exhale, lower this top hand down. Now it's about a 2-3 breath child's pose. Come to your knees. Big toes touch, you're on the tops of your feet. Knees are wide. Push your glutes back to your heels and relax your forehead on the mat while your arms are extended. Inhale 1 and exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. And exhale 3. Let's press into our palms and meet in down facing dog. From down facing dog. Take that right leg, step in between the hands. Again, if it doesn't make it, pull it forward so that the knee is over the ankle. Drop this back knee. Frame your ears. Low lunge. Remain here. Reach through your fingertips. Relax your shoulders. Or you can pick up that back knee. High lunge. But I'm going to tell you with the lunge. Let me face you. You don't want your knee cheating toward the big toe. Always track your knee over your 3rd and 4th toe. Also, this back leg. If you're going to lift it, send energy to that back heel so it can look nice and strong. High lunge. Frame this front foot. Spin this back heel down and windmill the arms up into warrior 2. Straighten this front leg. Make sure the heel and instep are aligned. Make sure you tilt your pelvis forward. Arms extended, relax your shoulders. And sink into this front quad, taking your gaze over your front middle finger. Making sure to keep the torso stacked over the pelvis. Warrior 2. Breathing. I'm going to pick up this back heel and frame the front foot in 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Pick the back heel up, frame this front foot, and let's step this back foot back to down facing dog. We got 2 sides. The left foot, same rules apply. Step it in between the hands. Again, if it doesn't make it, grab the Achilles, pull it forward. I'm going to drop this back knee. Frame your ears, give you a low lunge. You can remain here if you choose to, but I'm going to give myself a little more by picking up this back heel, back knee, and send that heel back high lunge. Breathing. Bending into this front knee. Taking care of it. One more inhale. Frame this front foot. Spiral the back heel down. And windmill the arms up into warrior two on this side. Again, we're going to straighten this front leg. Heel and instep. Tilt the pelvis forward, relax the shoulders, and we're going to sink into warrior two. Breathing, same rules apply. You don't want to be leaning forward. Keep the torso stacked over the pelvis and breathing. 7. One more breath. Once you exhale, pick up this back heel to frame this front foot and step back to down facing dog. From here, look in between the hands. Feet to hands, you can crawl, you can walk, or you can hop. We may have some hoppers. Once you reach your wrist, inhale your back flat, and exhale, fold. Look at your knees, look at your quads. From here, I'm going to just tuck my chin to my chest, send my hips low to slowly come to stand, one vertebra at a time. Make sure your head is the last thing that lifts. How we feeling? Check in to see what we're working with. Okay. So, from here, I'm going to go into a balance posture. Tree pose. I'm going to start by balancing on this foot here. So I'm going to lift up all 5 toes, create space, and relax them. The right heel, ankle, shin, never the knee, either below the knee or above it. I'm going to stay right here below the knee. I'm wobbling. I'm going to put this knee in my back pocket, bring my hands to heart center. And I'm breathing. Tree pose. Focusing on something in front of me that's not moving. I can remain here, or I can choose to go my branches. Your choice. But I'm just going to be here for 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1. To exit, I'm going to frame, bring this knee forward, hands come together, lower this foot. To exit out the posture, shake it out. Other side. I'm going to balance on this leg now, so I'm going to lift all 5 toes, create space. Relax them. This heel at the ankle. Maybe the shin. Or maybe above the knee. Your choice. I'm going to go below the knee, same way. And don't be shocked if you're more balanced on one side than the other. That's just how the body is. Bring your hands to heart center. Focusing on your drishti. Remaining here for 10. Optional go your branches. You don't have to, just optional. And you guys know the exit. Frame, knee comes forward, and slowly release the posture. And we shake it out. Making our way down to the mat. Yogic squat. Hang on your feet. Maybe mat swip distance. Knees and toes go the same direction. Let's go ahead and sink in our yogic squat, trying to keep the heels down. Some of us may have to lift our heels. That's okay. Some of us may be hunched over. I do want to see your chest. I do want your knees inside your elbows, elbows inside your knees, open your knees up. I do encourage movement. If you're hunched over or on your toes, your heels are lifted, I have no problem with you using a yoga block and accessing the yoga squat on your yoga block. Same rules apply. Elbows open to the knees, heels are down, chest is up. Happy hips. Happy hips. And after 5, 7, 10 breaths, We'll go ahead and make our way onto our backs. Let's make our way onto our backs. Our palms are face up and away from our bodies. Toes flop comfortably and naturally out to the corners of your mat. And we'll blink our eyes closed. Relaxing our forehead, relaxing our brow. Letting the eyes fall to the back of the skull. Not clenching our teeth or jaws. Relaxing our tongue. Noticing the rise and fall in the belly. And if you want, you can take 5, 10 minutes in Shavasana, this posture. Take as long as you want. And after you've taken all the time that you need in Shavasana, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Make circles with your ankles and your wrists in both directions. Maybe a good morning stretch, maybe. And then hug your knees to your bodies. And I want you to take your favorite arm, lay it right next to your ear, reaching above your crown. And roll over onto that side in a comfortable fetal position, resting on that bicep. Take a moment. Whilst keeping the eyes closed, use your hands to push yourselves up into a comfortable seat facing me. Let's inhale the arms out. Our palms touch, maybe. Lower your hands to heart center. Press your thumbs into your sternum to lift your spine. Relax your shoulders and relax your elbows. And blink our eyes open. Hey gang, day 1 in the books. I think we may have went over a little bit, but nonetheless, thank you for participating in day 1 in my 7-day yoga challenge. Hope you can join me for the rest of the days. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Enlighten me, honestly enlighten each and every one of you. Peace. See you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to send feedback. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. All right? All right. Peace.